Hi scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am here with a different kind of video for you today. I have had a couple requests to show you guys my albums. So I thought I would start off with the very first album I made. Well, this was like my very first album after I was married. I was into Creative Memories and Stampin' Up! Because my mother-in-law was really into Creative Memories and I had a sister-in-law that sold Stampin' Up! So this is a Creative Memories album, and pink was my favorite color in college. This is my college album, so I thought I would do a pink album for this one. So this is the first page that you see when you open it up. And one thing that I don't like about the Creative Memories albums is that you have to use their pages and they have to be bound into this, and it's really annoying to have to change it. So I only have, I think, 2 of these albums for that reason, maybe 3. And I think this is the only one I bought, and my mother-in-law bought me the other ones. Anyway, so this is the first page. I went to Brigham Young University, Idaho in January 2002, and that was my first semester, so I did the winter semester and the summer semester that year. So this was, let's see, this was one of my roommates, this was one of my roommates, and this was just a friend of ours. And this picture was actually taken in April, and my roommates kind of changed throughout the whole semester. It's kind of funny, but I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so then this is the second page. I just took some pictures of my room that I had decorated, and then this is the kitchen area right there. And this page I called the original 4, and because this is my 3 other roommates and then me. We did have a 5th roommate, but she got in trouble and was kicked out of school. So that's kind of what the journaling was about on that page, was what happened with that. Okay, this is a girls' night page. This is, who is this? I don't even remember. One of our moms. I think it was Sarah's mom. But she came and did our hair, and you can see that my hair is getting dyed. And then this is Lauren, and she got her hair cut. So it was fun. And this is Elisa. She was in the apartment right next to ours. And this is Christy. She was just a friend of Sarah's. Okay. Now here is another page. We spent a weekend. Sarah had a car, and so we took her car and went down to Salt Lake City, which was about a 3.5-hour drive. So we spent a weekend down there. And this was our first party that we went to as roommates. And this is my roommate, Carrie. We shared a room for the first semester. Well, I guess I should turn the page first before. Okay, then we got 2 new roommates. Elisa became our roommate in the second half, and so did Malia. So this was the 5 of us all together. And then this page is just really silly things. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but yes, that is a thong on my head. So I was kind of wild and crazy and just a silly girl. Okay, then this is Carrie and Elisa. They were best friends. And then this is just us hanging out. Back then, like when I first started, I would just, mount the photo on some paper and then journal underneath it and do like a title and a little bit of stamping. I definitely do not scrap like that anymore. So this is just another simple layout. These were our FHE brothers. So Brigham Young University, Idaho is like BYU, except it was a smaller school, a lot smaller school when I went to it. Now it's a lot bigger, but we were assigned FHE brothers, which if you're not Mormon, FHE stands for Family Home Evening. And basically we would just get together on Monday nights with an apartment of guys and another apartment of girls, and we would just do fun games and things like that. Okay, life in Rexburg. We were kicking a rock or an iceberg piece. So yeah, that was fun memories. Then this is Carrie's Valentine's Day. And this was her boyfriend. Sorry, I had it down a little bit. I didn't realize it. So this was her boyfriend during the semester. And there's me. And I used to wear a mask to bed, or before I went to bed or something. And here you can see my hair is bleached blonde. Or bleached, I guess. So I did dye it red. And then a little bit later I bleached it. And I thought I had pictures of me bleaching it, but apparently I didn't. Here's me being silly. We did some bowling. And then this is just me with my roommates. And I really like this page. It's very, very simple, but I like the color of the blue with this pink. Another roommate page. And this is Elisa and her mom. This is just some friends. I really loved this alpha, if you can't tell. It was a Stampin' Up! Stamp, and I think I still actually have it. For spring break that year, I went to visit my aunt and uncle and my 2 cousins in Vegas. I got to fly out there for the weekend, or for the week. I think I stayed there for the whole week. And I love them. They're my favorites. Don't tell anybody, but my Aunt Maria is definitely like my second mom. And this is my cousins. We were just playing in the backyard. When I got back, I asked a guy to go to the Sadie Hawkins dance with me, and it was like we had to pick celebrities. It was like a celebrity Sadie Hawkins dance, so I went as my favorite singer at the time, which was Britney Spears. Yeah, so that was kind of fun. I thought about using this jacket, but then I ended up just using this brown corduroy one. And Carrie helped me get ready, and so did my other roommate, Lauren. So that was fun. And then my date went as Justin, of course. So very, very simple pages. Preparations for the Ward Talent Show. And you can't really see that, but it looks fine. And here's a page of them just dancing at the talent show. And these papers are from Creative Memories, and the stamp is again from Stampin' Up! So this was us hanging out at the talent show. Another really simple layout. These are my 2 roommates. I used a stamp for this background. This was the Ward party, which I think was the last little get-together we had. And then here we are hanging out with some friends. And like some girl chat going on here. And I took pictures of Elisa and her boyfriend, who was her fiance, who became her fiance. And then they had their friends that they wanted to take pictures with too, so we did that. I was a photography major. I don't know if I was a photography major at the time. I think I was, yeah. But, yeah, so I just took a bunch of photos of them. And I printed them off as black and white. I think I actually used a black and white roll. Because back then, I didn't have a digital camera, so I just had my, I think it was like a Minolta or something like that. Okay. I hope you can see these pages. I hope there's not that bad of a glare. This picture I took with a school camera, I think, and then I developed it in the photo lab, the old-fashioned way. And this is our picture from the dance that I bought. And this is our last FAG together, so the last time we were all together. And another simple page. Cleaning up. We had to clean up the apartment before we left. So we all worked hard. And this was our last night with the boys. Two of the boys, they were the last two to leave, and Carrie and I were the last two to leave too. So we got to hang out with them one night, and then the next day I said goodbye to Carrie, and I have never really seen her since, which is always really sad. She was a really fun person. So this is just some fun little apartment things that went on. I left this picture of us. And this is actually a funny story. So we ran out of dish detergent, and one of my roommates, this one right here, Lauren, she said, oh, just fill it up with dish soap. And so I did, but I think I filled the little container thing full that was in the door, and it just kind of went everywhere. It went almost all the way to the fridge. It was kind of crazy. So that was kind of funny. This was, as an April Fool's joke, I took some engagement photos with one of my FHE brothers. And that was kind of funny, but not really funny, because my parents actually believed me. So that was kind of, yeah, crazy. We had like a bunch of different cards that we would post around the apartment for each other. And okay, so I wasn't really a makeout queen. I have no idea how I got that name. But that was like my nickname. Everybody had a nickname, and then a famous saying, in quotes, famous saying, something that we would always say. And I would always say, you guys, or I guess something like that. So then the weekend that we went to Salt Lake in January, we went to go see the Testaments. And so I just kept the ticket and put it there. And then this is my ID, my student ID. Now this is the first summer term. There were 2 summer terms, and so we had 2 different like groups of roommates. So this time around I had 5 roommates again, well, including me. And this is just a really simple layout. My birthday was the week that everybody was gone between the winter semester and the summer terms, and so it was just me and my friend Christy, but it was fine. We like went down to Idaho Falls, which is 30 minutes away, which is where I live right now, and just kind of hung out and stuff. Okay, so this is my best friend right here, Rachel, and then Shelly and Carrie. We're just being silly girls. So okay, Wild Summer Days. This is kind of a fun, creative little layout for me back then. We did a lot of dancing. Like, I have so many pictures of us dancing. Dance party. This is all of us, like, just dancing. It's funny. Dancing on the table. We like to dance on the table. And posing sexy outside. Yeah, sorry. College is weird. So that's the 4 of us. Here we are, still dancing. Yeah, we were kind of funny. Awesome roommates. I had a lot of fun with my roommates during the summer. Not that I didn't have a lot of fun with my roommates during the winter. It was just summer was a lot of fun. So this one I got kind of creative, and I wanted to use these pictures even though they're blurry. So I just kind of, you know, fussed with the ink and made it all blurry. There was a weekend where my roommate Shelly and I went on a bus trip down to the Manti Temple, and we went to see the pageant. We met this guy named Riley, and he was really awesome. I had so much fun with him that weekend. And we met one of our, this was Shelly's roommate, and she was actually our FHE sister the first semester. We met her down there coincidentally. Okay, this is Carrie, which she was never my roommate, but she hung out at our apartment all the time. And this is Shelly. I like this layout. I did like this little creative thing with the Creative Memories little, I don't even know what you call them, like the cutter things. I don't even have them anymore. I sold them like a long time ago, but I just made little slits in the paper and then just stuck these little teeny tiny strips in there. And this is Rachel, my bestie. She was tons of fun. Oh my gosh, I loved her to death. She's awesome. Still do love her. It's hard though now because we both have families, and she lives in Southern California, and it's hard to go and see her. Even though I go and visit my family, it's still like she lives closer to LA and my family lives closer to San Diego. So it's still kind of hard to visit with her. Okay, here's a page about me. Pretty in pink. I love pink. I was wearing pink all the time. This is Rachel and her boyfriend Jared. This is Shelly's friend Crystal. She came and visited during the summer. And we celebrated Carrie and Crystal's birthday. See, I really liked using the Creative Memories cutter thing, because that's what these cuts are too. Flower Girls. I don't even remember what we were doing, but Shelly and I had tons of fun with Flower, if you can't tell. And this was the second term, so we got a new roommate, and her name was Megan, just like mine, so we would call her Little Megan because she was so short. And to distinguish between the two of us, we would call her Little Megan, and she hated it. We probably weren't very nice to her, but she was so sweet. Like, she wouldn't really say anything. I think at the end of the semester, she finally said something, and we were just kind of like, well, why didn't you tell us? Like, yeah, but anyway. Then I went in June to go visit my best friend from high school and to meet her fiance. Here's the Creative Memories cutter again. So these very first albums were just really, really simple. A lot of journaling underneath and above the photos, which I'm glad that I did because I want to remember these people. I want to remember their names. Now this is the second term, so we got a new roommate. Let's see, Ginger, Patty, and Tori, but Rachel and I stayed the same. And during the second semester is when I started dating my husband, Mark. This is my husband, and these were his roommates. They were our FHE group boy apartment, so we had a lot of fun with them. And this is when Mark and I were dating. He was being silly, just having fun. There's Ginger and hanging out in the apartment. See, I don't even know who took these photos. Like did I just leave my camera laying around? Because this is me in this photo. This one I think came from Mark's camera. but like, who took these photos? Like, I just think it's funny that I have so many photos that I didn't actually take. These are our cute boys. So this is Rachel and Mario. Rachel had so many boyfriends during the summer. I think she probably had 3 or 4. I don't have pictures of all of them because there were so many, but I thought that was funny. Then this is me and Mark, and then Tori and her boyfriend from high school. He came to come and get her after the semester. And Mark and I drove Rachel to the airport, the Salt Lake City airport, and then we went over to meet his parents. And this is us at his house hanging out. So that is that layout, and right after this, I think, was when we went to go pick out my ring, and then he proposed to me at the Boise Temple. So that was fun. So yeah, so that is my very first, one of the first not layouts, but first albums that I did after I got married. And so I think I'm going to just try to start doing this every weekend. So I'll do one album share a week and just kind of span over the next couple months. And if you guys don't want to see the old layouts, like the old albums, please just leave a comment below and I won't do them. If you want to just see the more current, like within the last 2 years, I can definitely do that. But I just thought I would start at the very beginning and just kind of give you an idea how I have progressed throughout my scrapbooking. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye.